trendy feminine style that never tries too hard. Many women reach a moment when style feels louder than their spirit, and you might sense that too. Trends can pull you toward versions of yourself you've already outgrown. You deserve something calmer, something that supports who you are becoming. As you listen, you'll notice a gentler direction forming, one that blends freshness with ease. And by the end, a quiet clarity will settle into your own choices and steady within you. Insight 1. Soft structured dresses with minimal seams. There's a certain calm you might feel when you slip into a dress that doesn't fight for attention. Soft structured dresses, those with clean shaping, a gentle drape, and almost invisible seams, carry a quiet confidence that grows on you the longer you wear them. They don't rush to impress. They simply allow your presence to lead. Many women assume these dresses are too simple, but the trouble rarely comes from the dress itself. The imbalance usually appears when heavy accessories, bold layers, or busy patterns are added on top, smothering the softness the dress was designed to offer. When you let the silhouette breathe, something shifts. The look speaks in a low, steady voice that feels grounded and refined. A better approach is to lean into subtle textures, matte fabrics, soft ribbing, or lightly brushed cotton. Pairing them with calm color palettes like muted mauve, warm taupe, deep olive, or soft ivory helps the design stay soothing. Lightweight jewelry, small hoops, a thin chain, or a single bracelet keeps the harmony intact. You might reach for this style on work days when you want comfort without looking undone, or on casual outings where you'd like to look polished yet relaxed. It fits beautifully at brunch with friends or small gatherings where you want ease, not effort. The benefits are real: comfort, polish, and a sense of alignment with your current stage of life. The only drawback is that the softness requires intention, noticing what complements it rather than competing with it. And once you understand that balance, something even more interesting begins to unfold in the next insight. Insight 2. Relaxed waist midi skirts paired with clean knit tops. A relaxed waist midi skirt has a way of moving that feels steady, graceful, and quietly intentional. The waistband sits gently without digging, the lines fall smoothly, and the fabric responds to your steps with a calm kind of rhythm. When you pair that with a clean knit top, something soft, structured enough to hold shape, yet not stiff, you create a look that feels balanced from the moment you step outside. Many women disrupt that flow without meaning to. A knit that's too thick can feel bulky against the softness of the skirt. One that clings too tightly may take away from the ease you were hoping for. And those overly cropped styles, although trendy, often interrupt the clean vertical line that gives this combination its charm. A more refined method is simple. Choose smoother knits that skim instead of squeeze. A gentle front tuck can define your waist without drawing attention away from the skirt's movement. Soft colors, warm oatmeal, dusty sage, muted navy, or rose brown, help the entire outfit feel grounded and modern. You'll find this pairing useful on school runs when you need comfort that still looks intentional, or office days when you want something professional without feeling boxed in. It works for weekend errands, cafe meetups, or any moment you want your outfit to help you breathe a little easier. The benefits are clear: mobility, quiet polish, and adaptability across your day. The only caveat is choosing fabrics that age well, so your look maintains its calm structure. And once this balance becomes second nature, the next insight opens another layer of softness you may not have explored yet. Insight 3. Monochrome outfits in muted pastels. Muted pastels have a way of settling into your day with a softness that feels both modern and comforting. When you dress in a single pastel tone, soft peach, dusty lavender, muted sage, or pale rose, you create a kind of tonal harmony that feels soothing to the eye. The colors don't shout. They blend, they whisper, and they let your presence stay steady and calm. Many women misunderstand this approach by mixing too many pastel shades at once or adding bold accessories that cut through the gentle palette. The result can feel scattered, even though the intention was softness. The beauty of monochrome pastels is in their unity, not their variety. A more thoughtful method is leaning into tone-on-tone depth. Think of a muted sage knit paired with a slightly deeper sage skirt, or pale rose pants with a rose dust blouse. You get dimension without noise. Texture variation. Like pairing a smooth knit with a soft woven fabric creates interest without disrupting the calm. And if you want contrast, let it come from shape rather than color. A structured sleeve, a clean shoulder line, or a tapered pant. This approach fits naturally into workplace settings, daytime social plans, or quiet evenings when you want to look refined without effort pulling at you. And interestingly, according to a 2022 report from the Pantone Color Institute, softer palettes are consistently linked with feelings of ease and emotional steadiness. As you let these tones settle into your mind, another layer of modern femininity begins to take shape. Something you might feel ready to explore in the next insight. Insight 4. Linen sets with feminine tailoring. Linen carries a character that feels alive on your skin, breathable, grounded, and touched with a natural texture that softens with every wear. When shaped with thoughtful tailoring, linen takes on a refined femininity that doesn't feel forced. The fabric moves with the air, not against it, and there's a quiet honesty in that. Many women use linen, but unintentionally lose its charm by choosing pieces that fall too far into the oversized trend, or by pairing it with items that feel overly rigid. Too much volume can blur your natural shape, while pairing it with sharply structured pieces can create a tension that doesn't match linen's gentle nature. A more balanced approach is simple. Look for tailored waistlines that guide the silhouette without squeezing, gentle flares that allow movement, and subtle darting that brings definition while keeping the fabric relaxed. This is where linen really shines, soft, feminine, and quietly polished. You might reach for linen on warm weather commutes when you want your body to breathe, or during weekend retreats when comfort matters as much as style. It also settles beautifully into coastal settings and relaxed professional environments where ease is welcomed. The benefits are refreshing: temperature control, natural texture, and an elegant casualness. The small drawbacks, wrinkling and the need for mindful care, are usually outweighed by how good the fabric feels throughout the day. And once you start noticing how tailoring transforms even the simplest fabrics, another layer of style clarity begins forming just ahead. Insight 5. Flowing blouses with subtle pleat details. Flowing blouses with gentle pleats carry a kind of movement that feels almost meditative. The pleats guide the fabric in quiet waves, adding interest without demanding attention. You sense the grace more than you see it, and that restraint is what makes the look feel so grown, so steady, and so aligned with a softer feminine style. The missteps usually come from choosing blouses with patterns that compete with the pleats, or fabrics so heavy that the movement gets swallowed. When the fabric can't glide, the pleats lose their purpose. And when the print overpowers the design, the softness disappears. A better approach is choosing lightweight materials, silk blends, fine cotton voile, or soft chiffon. Pleats that are narrow and delicate keep the blouse from feeling fussy, and soft cuffs add a quiet finish. Colors that stay within a gentle range, cream, muted plum, warm sand, or dusty blue, give the pleats space to shine. These blouses fit beautifully into everyday life. They carry you through meetings without feeling stiff, lunches where you want to feel put together, community events that call for a thoughtful appearance, and creative work where you need ease as much as polish. A stylist from Harper's Bazaar once noted that fine pleats make an outfit look intentional, even when the rest of your day is anything but. Something you might find true for yourself. As you let this idea settle, you may start sensing how softness and structure can work together in ways that feel deeply personal. And the next insight begins expanding that connection even further. Insight 6. Midi slip skirts. Styled with light cardigans. A midi slip skirt has a fluid motion that feels almost like a quiet exhale with every step. When you pair it with a light cardigan, the softness settles around you in a way that feels calm, approachable, and beautifully feminine. There's a gentle contrast between the smooth glide of the skirt and the knit's subtle warmth, creating a balance that feels effortlessly steady. Misunderstandings often appear when the cardigan is too bulky or made from materials that fight the skirt's sheen. Thick knits can weigh the look down, and rough textures can interrupt the smooth line the skirt is meant to create. That mismatch can make an outfit feel unsettled, even if the pieces looked lovely on their own. A more thoughtful approach is choosing cardigans with a light drape, fabrics like fine merino, soft cotton blends, or airy cashmere. When the textures complement each other, the outfit feels intentional without feeling planned. Tonal harmony helps too. A champagne skirt with a soft beige cardigan, or a muted olive skirt with a warm cream knit. You get cohesion without losing personality. This pairing fits naturally into moments like browsing a bookshop, sharing dinner with friends, stepping into a casual date night, or wandering through your weekend errands with a quiet sense of ease. The benefits show up in movement, comfort, and a kind of gentle sophistication that adapts to many settings. And as this softness continues to form its own rhythm, the next insight begins opening a new layer of refinement you might already feel yourself leaning toward. Insight 7. Square toe flats and low block heels. Square toe flats and low block heels carry a grounded kind of elegance. The shape is structured, but not sharp. It offers a steady line that feels modern, clean, and strong without losing softness. When you slip into them, there's a quiet sense of stability, almost as if your posture settles into a calmer rhythm. The misunderstanding often comes from pairing these shoes with outfits that feel too formal or silhouettes that push against the structured toe. A very stiff blazer or a sharply tailored pant can make the shoe look out of place, almost as though both pieces are speaking two different languages. The beauty of a square toe shows up when the rest of your outfit allows it to stand with ease, not in competition. A more refined approach is simple. Choose clean hems that fall neatly, fabrics that feel balanced, like soft wool blends, relaxed denim, or smooth cotton, and tailoring that shapes the body without tightening around it. When the outfit is calm, the squared shape feels intentional and quietly polished. These shoes serve you on long work days that demand comfort, travel days when you need something reliable, conferences where standing is unavoidable, or relaxed weekends when you want style without pressure. Interestingly, the American Podiatric Medical Association notes that wider toe boxes, like those in square toe designs, can support natural foot alignment and reduce pressure on the forefoot, a small detail that can make a long day feel far more manageable. And as you settle into this mix of comfort and refinement, the bonus insight begins to unfold with a softness you'll likely appreciate. Bonus point: a calm, signature color story. Thank you for staying with me to this point. There's something deeply supportive about choosing 2 or 3 grounding colors that quietly guide your wardrobe. When you return to these shades, perhaps a warm taupe, a soft rose brown, or a muted sage, you create a sense of clarity each time you get dressed. The choices come faster, the combinations feel smoother, and the reflection you see in the mirror aligns more closely with the woman you're growing into. This kind of palette reduces the daily mental load in a way you might feel immediately. It steadies your style, builds confidence through consistency, and gently reminds you that simplicity can be a form of strength. A signature color story doesn't box you in. It frees you to focus on what matters in your day, knowing your outfit is working with you, not against you. I'm grateful you're part of this community, and your presence here shapes the direction of these conversations more than you know. If this resonated with you, leave the phrase "soft style, clear mind" in the comments. And if you'd like more of this calm, feminine guidance, tap like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for spending this time with me. Another video is right on your screen, ready when you are, and I look forward to being with you again tomorrow.